Welcome to NFHell. Here's your host, Dames Marvs.
Billie Jean is all our lovers. Welcome to another episode of NFHell Live. We are going live on YouTube. We are live on X, formerly known as Twitter. We are live on like 4 different Facebook accounts. So wherever you're joining us, welcome to the program. I'm going to have this pen in my hand the whole time. I don't know. It makes me feel it's my safety pen. Aww. Anyway, you recognize some of the usual suspects. Unfortunately, this is who we have. Myself, I'm Dames Marvs. We got Frankie J to my whatever side that is that you're looking at. How you doing, Frankie?
I'm doing well. And just so everybody knows, wherever you are listening or watching, drop comments during the show.
Drop your goddamn comments. Am I going to see that? I think I can make that happen. Yeah, I'm going to switch over so I can. Yeah, now I can see your comments. I may or may not address them, but we'll see how it goes. If you have something interesting, I'd love. Thank you for reposting the show. That helps us out. Sue, you are dynamite. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Then we got T.O. He's a little bit off center today, but that's a metaphor for his life. Yeah. How are you, T.O.?
Doing well here in the 716.
Welcome to the program. We're coming an hour early. Is that true?
At least.
I think T.O. has some kind of piano recital that he's going to do.
I do.
But there's big news. We're going to talk about, obviously, the news for this week going into week 14 of the NFL season. We're going to talk about all the games over the Thanksgiving holiday, and then we're going to talk about this week's games, week 14, and how things are shaping up over the NFL. And then we're going to have a little bit of a break, and then I'm going to come back and join these two mugs live for the late show, True NFL. So this is NFHell. You can tell that this is NFHell because there's fire breaching and reaching towards us at all times. My head's a little hot. Tio's the one's getting his penis burnt off.
Yeah.
Every time we do this show. Every time we do this show. NFHell, what does that mean, guys? That kind of means like if your team sucks, like if you're a Jets fan, you're truly in NFHell. As Bills and Seahawks fans, we're kind of sitting a little pretty. Not quite in hell, but, you know, this is the time of year where hell really is like, where are you going to end up in the playoff shake? Are you going to make the playoffs? The Seahawks are the only 10-win team last season under Mike McDonald's first year that did not make the playoffs. 10 wins and didn't make the playoffs. That's crazy.
Yeah.
They're already at 9 right now with 5 games left, I think. So we'll see how it all shakes out, guys. But let's talk about Frankie. I'm going to give you an opportunity to talk about the late show. Now, go ahead.
Yep. Tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, True NFL will kick on. Dames is going to be joining us tonight. It's going to be a really fun show. We got a lot of really cool, fun topics to talk about. What's trending in the NFL, what's going on. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join us on our Facebooks, YouTube at Raw Live, 2 W's, and Dames X will be on too. And it's going to be a great time. So definitely at 8 p.m., get your popcorn ready, as T.O. would say.
Popcorn and Kool-Aid. How about that? All right, guys. Let's talk about some news. The first thing I want to bring up is just we got a great slate of games this week. Week 14, for whatever reason, I'm looking at this schedule and slate of games, and it is an absolute dime. It's a dime, you guys. It's a gem of a week for football. So I can't wait to talk about that. But to get there, we got to do all the regular stuff. We got to talk about Thanksgiving, which was epic. I see we've got a Chiefs fan in here, or maybe not a Chiefs fan, but at least they realize that the Chiefs are in dire straits, guys. Man, who would have thought? They have been in the NFC Championship game every year since 2018. Patrick Mahomes' rookie year of playing. Just crazy how time has flown and they've always been there. And now they're on the outside looking. And we'll definitely be talking about that a lot today. They are currently in what you would describe as NFHell, with another big game this week on the schedule. But let's talk about I want to talk about Josh Allen first, since you guys are Bills fans. I'm not sure the player that I kicked in the stomach, kneed in the stomach. Tio, tell me what happened, and then we'll let you guys. We'll kind of talk about what our thoughts are on it. Go ahead, Tio. What happened?
Well, apparently Cam Hayward was laying on top of him a little bit too long for Allen, and he need him in the stomach to get off. Cam didn't like it too much. I mean, it's not a complete dick punch, but I don't think it's that dirty of a move, to be quite honest. Cam Hayward's 300, 400 pounds. Allen wants to get up. You know how the defense likes to lay on you a little bit longer than they should?
Yes.
He wants to get up. He's ready to go. I don't know. They were complaining a lot this week, the Steelers. Complaining we're running the same play. Stop it then. So there was just a lot of complaining on that side of the ball this week with poor, sad losers. Get rid of that coach and talk to us next year.
Yeah. Well, Frankie, what are your thoughts on this?
I don't blame him for kneeing him. Cam Hayward knew that his defense sucked ass. They weren't playing a good game. They were getting beat. So he decided he was going to lay on Josh a little bit longer to, prevent him from getting up and instigate a little bit. And Josh gave him a quick knee and got up. So I don't see anything wrong with it. When you're underneath somebody that weighs that much and maybe you can't breathe. Maybe he couldn't breathe. Maybe he smelled bad. I don't know. And he needed him to get up. So I just think Cam Hayward was just being a big pussy, honestly. I think he was the one that was a crybaby.
Okay. This is the answer, of course, that I would expect from Bills fans. You got to back your guy, right? I don't know. What do you guys think in the comments? If a 300-pound dude was laying on you and you didn't like it, how would you react? I didn't really think that much of it either, guys.
Me either. It was pretty subtle. I mean, it wasn't blatant, like after the play he gets up and then he goes and knees him. I mean, it was a pretty subtle knee, if you ask me.
And then of course, we had straight up guys getting kicked in the balls.
Yeah.
Also this week, which kind of makes this look a little bit playground.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I think as the weeks go on in the NFL, you're starting to see like the real attitudes come out of people, and they're like, I've had it. I've been dealing with this all season. Things are getting tense when you're looking at the playoff races. And I do feel like that Pittsburgh was feeling that they were underperforming against a Bills team that was definitely raw for the taking. And they didn't do it. They didn't even come close, really. Very uncompetitive game with lots of frustrations, I think. Frustration is probably my biggest answer there. But cooler heads will prevail. And I honestly, moving forward, I'd like to see guys, not get violent. It's already a violent game. Let's keep it. Let's just be like, come on.
Don't stick your fingers in people's butts when you're trying to get a fumble recovery. It's just not cool.
You're supposed to play as hard as you can from whistle to whistle.
That's true. That's true. And once the whistle blows, get off.
Get off. Just let your mouth run.
Get off. Yeah, there you go. Talk your trash and back it up, right?
That's right. Yeah,
walk the walk. Right. Talk the talk. Walk the walk. Whatever. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, people are just saying Josh Allen's a big baby. I don't know.
Not for that.
I don't agree with that.
Wait a second. Tio, you said that Josh Allen was a crybaby and that you were going to put tears on his little eyes in your background there. So, did you change your mind overnight? What happened?
I watched it a couple times. It was pretty subtle.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure.
Yep.
All right. Guys, I can't respond to like things coming in about where I am and am not available. I'm live right now, so I have to maintain. I can't. Whatever's going wrong, we'll have to figure it out. If you are missing it because you can't see it live, or I can't check a DM or something, you can always come back to YouTube on either one of our channels and watch the show again, and then clips will come out over the course of the week. So sorry about that. It is what it is. All right, guys. I read this and I talked about this with Frankie just a little bit. I was like, kind of put a pin in this because we found out today that Deshaun Watson of the Cleveland Browns has been designated for return to practice.
Woohoo!
We all know what's happened there. They've gone through another quarterback, and now they're on Shedeur Sanders, who's about to make his third of what he was told would be 4 starts in a row. So, in the thick of things, Deshaun Watson may be a couple weeks out yet still. And they may not return to him at all, which is my hope because I don't ever want to see him play football again based on what we know about him.
He should be in jail.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys think because we've never talked about it. Frankie just said jail. I'll let Tio. What are your thoughts on Deshaun Watson and his return to the NFL?
Well, he's a scum, but I mean, then now you're gonna say he should be in jail. Then what about the owner of the Patriots? Then what about the owner of this? Then what about the owner of your CEO of your company? Like all these people, like when you climb the top, you pretty much do scummy things. This guy was an ultimate scumbag. He did. He shouldn't play again, but they put $900 million into him. So if he comes back, he probably will start the last 2 games.
Yikes. Does he come back next year? I don't even know. Dude,
who knows?
It's such a perverted situation to begin with. It's the only word I can really think of to describe it.
Yeah,
Crimes against humanity. You should not be able to play a violent game.
Oh, it's like the owner of OnlyFans. Why isn't that guy in jail?
I mean, he's doing a service, to be fair.
No, he's not. It's really not, though, when you break it down. If you're paying $19.95 a month, that's you. But, I mean, it's still, he should be in jail, too.
All
It's
right.
a crime.
All right. That's fair.
What are you doing?
Party on Wayne.
Yeah. What are we doing?
All right. So let us know what you guys think of Deshaun Watson's potential return to the NFL. We had a thing happen Sunday night, and we were kind of talking about it. Tio apparently hadn't seen it yet. But Rodney Harrison, one of the commentators or help for that game, was asked a question, like straight to his face. And he kind of like blanked out for a moment. Frankie, I'm going to let you describe it since you're the most familiar with the situation. Tell us what happened and then what you think happened.
So here's what happened. Jack Collinsworth, Tony Dungy.
Jack
Who the heck's that?
That's Chris Collinsworth's son. He does the Sunday Night Football on-field analysis prior to the game. Him, Tony Dungy, and Rodney Harrison. Rodney Harrison was asked a question about Washington defense, and he kind of flaked out for a second and had to re-ask what the question was. And people went bananas on social media saying that he had a mini stroke and that he was smoking weed or eating gummies or even drunk. What I think is that his earpiece, somebody was talking to him in his ear and there was some crowd noise going on and he got a little confused for a second and he came right back. So from what I saw, it looked like he just kind of lost grip for a second, whoever was in his ear, because he even said, he goes, I got confused for a second. I don't think he had a stroke. If he had a stroke, it would already be in the news. He would have already been in the doctor, the hospital, and all that other stuff. So I think it was just people on social media just trying to make something out of nothing.
I did watch the clip, and I was like, it just, what, like, people fumble the ball sometimes. He just fumbled words, and I don't know that he bounced back really quickly, but they covered for him nicely, I thought. Whatever happened, it was something disruptive, and he clearly couldn't get his thoughts together. So they just kind of, taped over it and moved on, which is what you should do in a live situation. We do that with TO all the time.
This is true.
All right. So, big nothing burger there. Go watch the clip. Make up your own mind. Tell us what you think in the comments. I know that we say that a lot. You guys, the Rams, we thought kind of they looked unbeatable, and we thought kind of they definitely should beat Carolina. Well, Bryce Young is another guy that we keep bringing up on the show because we're never quite sure what to think of him, right? We're like, this is year 3. And we're like, is he the guy? Is he not the guy? This is a signature win. I went back and forth with Frankie on this on a phone call earlier in the week. He doesn't seem to think it's a signature win. I definitely feel like it's a signature win, especially if he goes on to have a career of any type. But that's a big win. Not saying that he's going to the playoffs. It's not out of the realm of possibility. They're still in the hunt. But T.O., what did you think about this game? Were you like shocked?
I was shocked, but I love this. I watched this game. I loved every minute of it. I think the Rams are one of the most exciting teams to watch. Carolina, I don't know how they strung it out there. I too don't think that quarterback's that great, but I'm starting to change my mind a little bit. He is a good quarterback. That was a signature win. The Rams blew it there.
All right, Frankie, I think Matt Stafford had 2 interceptions all season long, and he throws 2 interceptions. So I can't say that Bryce Young did this without help from his friends. All right, obviously, when you turn over the great and powerful Matthew Stafford, who's 10,000 years old now, it's going to lead to good things. And I think they scored touchdowns on both of those. So that's a 14-point, maybe 28-point swing if you look at it. That's hard to overcome. I'll let you give the final thoughts on that.
I just think the Rams had a bad game. I think they made some mistakes, and Carolina exploited those mistakes, and they played a solid game. Bryce Young played a solid game. I'm not going to take that away from him. I'm just still not sold on the Carolina Panthers being a legit team. I think they've had some lucky wins this year. And Bryce Young, I'm not sold on him completely yet. And if anybody doesn't like that, I really apologize. I'm just not a Bryce Young fan. I wouldn't want him in Buffalo.
They're not lucky wins. They play really extremely well some games. And then some games you're just like, where was the team that just showed up last week? And
Inconsistent.
So the inconsistency is the word. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to make a call for a replacement of Josh Allen in Buffalo with Bryce Young. Of course, you're not going to want Bryce Young in Buffalo when you have Josh Allen. It's not at all what I'm saying. I'm saying there are worse options out there. I'm looking at that quarterback class, and you had him. You had AR for Indianapolis. He's gone. You had Will Levis, was highly ranked. He's already been replaced in the next draft by Cam Ward. Well, 2 drafts, I guess. And then you got C.J. Stroud, who's also, what is he? We don't know yet. So I think when we are looking at this in the future, we're going to have to say, man, Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, which guy was the better pick? And we all know how the draft went down. Bryce was the first pick. Then you had C.J. Stroud, obviously Will Levis and AR. Those were the big ones, and then another litany of other guys after that. But it was a good class. That leads me into my next topic here. I want to talk about the 2024 draft class of quarterbacks, and just off the rip, you had Michael Penix, Atlanta. You had Bo Nix in Denver, Drake May for New England, Jaden Daniels to Washington, Caleb Williams to Chicago. We're talking about, if you look at Drake May, Bo Nix, and Caleb Williams right now, those are 3 of the top teams in the NFL. And they're all coming out of the 2024 draft class. And a lot of people were like, really like, why would you pick Williams with the first pick of the draft? It was a bad pick. And everybody's like, Bo Nix is He's played too much in college. He's not going to amount to anything. And then you had Drake May. How is he going to live up to the Tom Brady standard in New England? I mean, you guys, tell me what you think about this incredible quarterback class. In my mind, it's the best quarterback class we've had since maybe 1984, with John Elway, Dan Marino, and Jim Kelly being the three Hall of Famers to come out of that generation. Go ahead, Frankie.
Well, seeing is believing. So we're seeing that they are producing. I think a lot of it has to do with the systems that they're put in, the playbooks, the coaching, and all that kind of good stuff. Because you can take your best quarterback in college and put him on the worst team in the league. Does it mean he's going to win? No. So, I mean, for me, yeah, is it the best quarterback class in a long time? Sure. But there was a few years where there was some shitty-ass quarterbacks that came out of the draft. We all know that.
Well, yeah, I mean, 1984, if you think about it, that's quite a long time ago.
40 years.
Yeah, like 40 years ago. So, God, that seems crazy to me. But, yeah, some could argue that we had a good stretch with Andrew Luck, Kirk Cousins, Russell Wilson, RG3. That seemed to be a good class, but where are they now? You know, and are any of them Hall of Famers? No. I mean, Russell Wilson is the only one that really has a case, and even I, as a Seahawk fan, am throwing up my flags there on that one.
Jeez.
Tio, what do you think of this quarterback class, and who of those is most likely to win a Super Bowl?
It's awesome. It is probably the best one since '84. Marino. I mean, the first one who could win the Super Bowl would probably be Drake May. I'm worried. They don't have any receivers. They don't have one. Not one. So you talk about all these teams about, they got to get their quarterbacks good receivers. I'm afraid to see what happens if he does get a good receiver. Maybe he won't do as well because he's throwing to doo-doo trash over there on the other side.
Doo-doo trash.
Diggs plays good the first 6 games. As soon as it gets real, he is not going to catch a pass. The game's getting way too hard for him right now. He's too old. You got Demario Douglas. Well, yeah, he's okay. Who's the other one? Booty? Yeah, where he's making him look good, but on any other team, Booty just fades right to the rest of them. He was on San Fran. He didn't do nothing. So, no, yeah, Drake May has nothing. He has Trayvon Henderson and his other running back who fumbles.
What do you think of the coaching there?
Phenomenal.
I think he coaches with intimidation. I think he's a
guy who knows how to pick in the draft. Because you look at Pittsburgh, how many years has Tomlin been in? They haven't produced one quarterback. This guy goes in there right away. They hit on Drake May. They're from worst to first.
All right. That brings me to I'm glad you brought up Tomlin because you're like, you don't have my script, but you're playing right into it. Tomlin got booed by the fans, and they were like, fire Tomlin. Mm-hmm. And he kind of like agreed with it. He was kind of like, fire me. Yeah. Frankie, you and I talked about this. He's a young man. He's a great coach.
Yeah.
And you're of the opinion he should retire?
Yeah. Retire. No, listen, I didn't say he should retire. I said I think he might.
No.
If he doesn't, where does he end up is the question. Because according to NFL insiders, there's 20 teams that are going to want him. But are 20 teams going to fire their coaches just to bring in Mike Tomlin? He's been in Pittsburgh 19 years. Third coach in the franchise's history. Aside from, Knox and what is his name? What the hell's his name? Help me out.
He's never had a losing season, though.
But what do you define as a losing season? He hasn't
More wins than losses?
He hasn't won a playoff game in 19 years since Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, because he can't develop a quarterback.
Well, that's not winning. He's above 500.
Well, then the Bills haven't won anything either. Yeah, ever, and they never will.
Oh, God.
Because they're a bunch of losers, right then? Is that what you're saying?
At this point, yeah.
Josh Allen wins all the games in the regular season, but he sucks. It's all for nothing, right?
Oh, God.
Right? Is that what you just said?
I agree with you. NFHell here.
I agree with you there, then.
Everyone says he hasn't had a losing season, but what has he won? One Super Bowl, and that was with Big Ben.
There you go.
All right, guys. There's an opening in New York.
Mm.
There's probably going to be an opening in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Um,
He's going to go somewhere for sure.
I don't see him going to Las Vegas because it's clear across the country. New York makes sense. He's got roots in the East Coast. It's not too far from Pittsburgh. And I think he could do really well there, honestly. So I don't
Not
know,
if they have to
guys.
draft a quarterback.
Well, they don't because they got Jackson Dart, right?
Oh,
Teammates.
okay.
Yeah, not the Jets. But
Okay.
honestly, there's probably other teams that would say if Tomlin's available, we're gonna fire our coach and we're gonna absolutely give him a look. Go ahead. Oh, I was like, Frankie, go ahead. But
No.
What do you want him to retire and do? Motivational speaking? 'Cause
yeah,
I think he'd be
He'd
pretty
be
good
really
at
good
that.
at that.
That's what I'm saying.
Go coach high school or coach college, as you would say.
you want him to go backwards?
Groom him.
Well, he hasn't really moved forward, so you might as well back
What
it
do you
up a little
mean?
bit.
They're just
Oh.
they're done with him. He can't do anything more for that city.
I know a lot of fans that, and I mean, you may feel like they're ungrateful if you're like the Cleveland Browns or the Jets, but a lot of fans are like, winning seasons aren't enough. We need a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and
I
that's
feel
it.
like you listen to the fan bases of Buffalo, you listen to the fan bases of Cleveland, and you listen to the fan bases of Pittsburgh because they usually are diehard fans. Green Bay also that know nothing other than that football team, and the fans live, breathe, and die that team.
All right, guys, this is the last thing I have before we go on to week 13 games. And I gave you a heads up before the show started. I asked for 5. Let's go 3. Give me your top 3 most likely Super Bowl winners of this season. I'm going to start with Frankie.
I mean, I got to say the Bills because the Bills storyline's been going. Tio, shut up, man. Don't start. You're 6 hours away. I can get in my truck and meet
The guy
you up-
died in
meet
the
up
field
with
and they
you.
still didn't win. What better storyline do you need?
My point is that we're due for a Super Bowl, and you even said what better way to take down a stadium and give the Bills a Super Bowl win. So I do like the Bills still as a contender for the Super Bowl. But if you're asking for 3, I would say right now the AFC is a little bit more powerful than that of the NFC. I still like the Rams, and I think New England over Denver. I just think that New England's got a better offense than Denver right now.
So you got Buffalo, the Rams, and
New
the
England.
Patriots.
Yeah, unfortunately, I hate to say that. I feel like I'm gonna puke in my mouth right now.
All right, Tio.
And you're asking for
agree?
3. I was originally 5. I was going for 7. So I'm going to really have to.
No, you can give me 7. Go ahead.
All right, I got KC, Bills, New England, Green Bay, San Fran, Seattle, and the Rams, and Philly.
You said KC first. They are
Well, they're in parentheses, but like you know me, man. I can't until that asterisk is next to their name and it says eliminated. I'm not believing it. Okay.
Okay.
When that comes on, I'll change my pick.
I lost focus when you said KC. So can you give me the rest of those, please?
Here's another one that it might throw you off then a little bit. San Fran. Because we always talk, wow, what a great roster they have, but they're never healthy. But look out. They're getting healthy at the right time here. So you never know. Okay. Bills. Yeah, okay. They could walk through. They could also lose to KC in the championship game. New England. I think it's going to come down to Vrabel's going to make the wrong call. He's going to give the ball to the wrong running back. That guy's going to fumble the game away. I don't know what playoff game that's going to be, but that's my call. Rams. Great quarterback. Can they stay healthy? We'll see. Seattle. Phenomenal. Question in the quarterback position. How far can that guy actually take him? Green Bay. That was my pick in the beginning of the season, and they're getting better.
All right. Green Bay is sneaky, you guys. They're sneaky. I don't feel threatened by them at all, but they seem to eke out these wins, and that's scary to me.
They have a heated field too. It helps.
They're just a weird team to gauge because, especially in the playoffs, if they make the playoffs, it's just such a weird team to bet against or bet for. You don't know. You don't know what team's going to show up.
All right, you guys ready for mine?
Yep.
I got the first one is the Rams. Sure, they had a hiccup here, but you guys know me better than anyone. You need to lose some games, like just for humility reasons. And I feel like that was one that they can take. But what it does do is it opens the door for someone else to take the number one seed. And I'm not going to put Seattle in my top three. They would be in my top five. But if you let Seattle sneak into that first seed, it's all over but the crying. You do not want to play in Seattle in the late, in the cold. You just don't. That building is great most of the time, but in the playoffs, it's electric. They've never lost a championship game there out of three times. They've hosted it, and they've gone to the Super Bowl all 3 times. So don't let that happen if you're the rest of the NFC. It's going to be a tough battle because I think Seattle has to go undefeated the rest of the way to do it, and I don't see that happening. All right. So we got the Rams. I think that my second choice would be the Dallas Cowboys.
I hear you.
Guys, you laugh, but this is the whole reason that I'm doing this segment. I've been taking shit from Cowboys fans for the last 3 weeks. They just eliminated last year's Super Bowl champions and the runner-ups back to back.
I have them in parentheses under Green Bay, so I agree.
They got a long ways to get there, but if they get into the playoffs, they are a scary team. All right. And I'll go on record and say this. If they would have kept DeMarcus Lawrence from going to Seattle and Micah Parsons, Frankie's not laughing at all. He's shitting his pants.
That other guy seems to be doing better.
Yeah, and they're finding their stride at the right time. So that's 2. The third and final choice for me is going to be Denver. I think the Patriots are great, but I got to give the nod to the coaching staff of the Denver Broncos. Sean Payton's been there before. He knows how to prepare these guys, and they're just on a tear right now. They're not dominating people, but they're doing what they need to do to win. And in what I think is a weaker AFC this year, I could see them easily doing it. That's my 3. There you go, Cowboys fans. Now get off my back. All right. Guys, last week, week 13, really tough. I was 0 for the first 6. I was 0-6. I was 0-3 on Thanksgiving. I missed the Black Friday game. None of us did well in that stretch. I was 10-6 overall. Frankie was 10-6 overall. And T.O. was 9-7. That puts T.O. at 62% on the year. Frankie's at 58, and I'm at 66. So we'll just keep track on that. Well, let's talk Thanksgiving games. Started out Green Bay at Detroit. T.O., you took Green Bay. I was not sold on either of these teams, so it was hard to pick. So I just went with the home team. I do realize they were banged up, and they got even more banged up. They lost one of their offensive linemen, which we shall not talk about with T.O. But why did you prognosticate that Green Bay was going to win this game? Go ahead.
Green Bay was my pick to win, to go to the Super Bowl, or at least go against Philly there. I just felt like this was a game that Detroit was going to lose because of the injuries they had. And now it gets even harder, and they haven't lost back-to-back games in God knows when. And now I'm almost going to have to pick the Cowboys this week again, but we'll get there.
Indeed. Frankie, any defense for your pick of Detroit?
They should have won. I mean,
What the hell is that?
But they should have won. They were a powerhouse last year. They have games where they put up 40 burgers and then they shit the sheets the next week. They should have won. I'm still really on the fence with did losing those coordinators really throw such a wrench into their system that they're just shitty now?
Yes. And their
I would have
quarterback's
to say so. Yes.
Look at the Bears, dude. That's all I need to say about
the
the
quarterback
coordinator.
is
Yeah. Jared Goff was going to be my. That's why they're not in my top 5 even. Jared Goff.
Yeah. I mean, just look at his last name.
No, I mean he's
Jerk
not
off.
good.
Jerk
There you
off.
go. There it is. Never put that together there.
Yeah, now you did.
There it is.
All right.
That's why he sucks.
So T.O. got that one right. We did not. All right. Kansas City at Dallas.
Oh, bitch.
Look, Dallas fans lit me up over this game. And I'm like, dude, are you really that upset that I picked the Chiefs to beat you? Are you really that upset? Apparently they were. And, I walked away eating shit on that game.
That's disgusting.
But, Frankie, you picked Dallas.
Sure
Why?
did.
And why? And then you laugh at me when I put them in the big game.
Well, because Kansas City's not. I said, man, I've been saying this since last year. Kansas City is not as good as everybody thinks they are. Last year, most of their wins were one score games, and the referees were basically getting on their knees for Pat Mahomes. This year, you're seeing the Chiefs. You're seeing the real Chiefs. They're at 500. They're going to be below 500 after this week, for sure. You have to pick Dallas, and Dallas was at home.
You have to?
Yeah, I did, and they won. I had to pick them. I didn't want to, but I had to.
You have to. Okay.
It made sense.
Okay. Well,
All right. Do I think Dak Prescott's going to win a Super Bowl ever? No. But were they going to beat the Chiefs that week? Yeah, and they did. I was right. I prevailed.
do I need to remind you?
Yes.
All right. I won't even go there. All right. So, yeah. I was 0-2. T.O. moves to 500, as does Frankie. All right. Cincinnati, Baltimore, guys. We knew Joe Burrow was coming back. We didn't know to what degree. And they just put a beating. To be quite honest, they put a beating on T.O.'s Baltimore. So I'm going to let T.O. defend all three of us on this. We all took Baltimore. You had us drinking the Kool-Aid. What happened?
Joe Burrow happened. Cincinnati's defense isn't as bad as it was either. They're coming to play lately. They've already moved all the way up to middle of the pack from dead last. So you're looking at these games and you're like, wow, Baltimore should really do really well. And then all of a sudden it happens that Lamar's kind of hurt. He hasn't been playing well at all this year. And Cincinnati came to play. They're playing the spoiler. And they're actually not eliminated yet. So we'll see what happens. They could play the spoiler again this week.
Are you at all falling off the Baltimore train that you were on for the last 3 weeks?
No, I still think Baltimore makes the playoffs.
All right. Frankie, were you surprised at the outcome of this game?
I was. I didn't think Joe Burrow was going to be as durable as he was coming into that game. I really still have reservations on why he did play that game. I think that they're just trying to I think they're trying to be spoiler. I think they're trying to be a spoiler team right now. They are trying to win some games on the way out. They're not making the playoffs, T.O. They're just not.
No, I didn't say they're not eliminated, is all I said.
They're not eliminated yet, but let's face it, they're not going to make the playoffs. I think Joe Burrow played a fantastic game. On the other side, Lamar Jackson did not have a good game. Lamar Jackson has those games where he tears it up and looks like an MVP, and then he has those games where he turns into a big crybaby when he makes a mistake, throws his helmet, has zero regard for people around him, and it's Lamar Jackson. He's never going to win a Super Bowl either.
The Bengals will do what they did last year, and they're going to fall one game short probably of making the playoffs.
I mean, they're 4-8.
So what? The division leader's got 6 wins.
True, but
that's all you need to know.
Fine.
They just beat Baltimore.
They did.
They're not out.
So, I know they're playing Buffalo this week, and we'll obviously get there. But if they win this week, does any of that? Do your thoughts matriculate then to a
No.
possibility of them making the playoffs?
No.
No, I still think they miss it by one game like they did last year. But
All right.
I've been wrong before.
No, not you.
If Lamar collapses or admits that he's got some kind of serious injury, then sure, yeah, it opens it right up. Because Pittsburgh's
He's got
going
a
to fall.
hangnail. He gets a hangnail.
I don't know what he has. He looks like the Predator. I'm sure a hangnail doesn't bother him.
All right. There you go, folks. We all had Baltimore. We were all wrong. All right. Chicago at Philly. You guys, we all picked Philly because we don't know about this Bears team. We know that Philly boringly wins games. And again, they kind of shit the bed in this game. I was not really shocked because I absolutely wanted to pick the Bears, but I just, in good conscience, I'm like, what? I can't do it. But now we've all talked about this. If the Bears win games like this, do we have to then kind of give the nod? And we talked about this with Gobo. We had to give the nod that they're a good team.
Mm-hmm.
They've arrived. Where they're going to go from here? Maybe it's too early yet for them to reach their peak. But Ben Johnson's doing really good things, and he's the right guy for that job.
He takes his shirt off in the locker room and parties with him. Yeah, he's definitely the right man for the job.
Yeah, I stand by that. He's a really good fit there.
Yeah, he should get some tattoos.
Anything else on that game?
No, Bears are built to win this late in the season here with that two-headed monster at running back.
I like their roster. I like their roster a lot.
Yeah.
Can I say something, though?
No.
I'm officially eliminated from playoffs in fantasy football, but I
3 weeks ago.
Officially this week. I do want to say one thing. I do thank A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts for helping me win this week because A.J. Brown had a huge game. So thank you guys for helping me have a win in fantasy football.
Eagles fans are wondering where the hell is Charles Barkley? I mean, where is
Barkley? Saquon.
I'd rather
Barkley.
go Saquon. Yeah,
Charles Barkley did play for
because
Philly.
you're in my five. You're in my five.
He did play for Philly. And even though he was terrible. He was terrible.
He was terrible. Terrible. Terrible.
You just sound like I don't know. You don't sound like Charles Barkley.
You're not in my five.
Your Charles Barkley's terrible. Terrible. All right. Carolina hosts the Rams, guys. We talked about this already. That is unfathomable what happened. They closed it down when they needed to. At the end, the Rams had a chance to come back, and they stopped them. Stopped them cold. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Frankie.
They won. Carolina won. They earned that win. LA lost. They lost and made, the 2 interceptions, I think, beat them up. So LA didn't deserve to win that game. I still don't think that game is going to really make a difference when it comes to the playoffs because when you get to the playoffs, it's a new season. We all know that. So, congrats to Carolina. They're not the worst team in the league for the first time in like 10 years. So good for them. I mean, they might have the right coach now in Canales, and the owner might actually keep his hands off the team and maybe give the guy more than, 17 games to prove that he's a good coach. We'll see. I don't see Carolina making any noise when it comes to the playoffs. I don't think they're ready for that yet. They're not. I don't see that happening. But for me, that game really didn't mean too much to me, and I don't want to say I hated that game or that game was. It just wasn't a game that really piqued much interest in me. I really thought LA was going to come out and put a licking on them, but they didn't.
Okay, I don't have a problem with anything you said other than what you said,
licking.
Which was no, but you do love that. But you said that game didn't matter.
Mattered to them. That was their Super Bowl.
Dude, first of all, yes, it mattered to the future of that team and giving them just confidence that they could literally beat anybody. But that literally opened the window for someone else to take the 1 seed in the NFC. And I've already established that if you give that to Seattle, if they both play perfect ball and the Rams lose to Seattle in Seattle later next month, or this month actually, then that it absolutely matters, dude. These are the games you have to win when you're in the lead for the 1 seed. You have to win that game. It matters for sure. It may not, though. They may take the 1 seed and that game doesn't matter, and then I still won't apologize to you, but it matters.
The game that's going to matter that might decide the number 1 seed is that very last game where Seattle plays San Francisco. We all we do here for the last few weeks to talk about how great LA and Seattle is, while the Rams are just while San Fran is just right there. Right there. They may have a bye this week, but they still got to play the Rams and Seattle. So there's some big games coming up.
It's true. The Seattle-San Francisco game is the last game of the season.
Yeah. It's got a big TBD next to its name, which always rings a bell in my conspiracy mind. So I'm going to think that game has some serious implications.
Well, it will probably get bumped to prime time, I would imagine.
Prime time.
All right. Speaking of San Francisco, Shedeur Sanders. I don't know why Frankie and I picked Cleveland. I remember something about not wanting to pick San Francisco. That was just stupid.
Yeah.
That was just an emotional pick for me.
Yeah.
I can't speak for Frankie, but way to stand your ground on that one, Tio. 26-8. You know what, though? Shedeur did have a little bit of humility after the game in his presser. They asked him if he agreed with the 2 4th-and-1 calls that coach picked. He's like, that's rude. That's a rude question. Don't try and make me second guess my coach's calls in these press conferences. He's like, I'm never going to do that. I'm going to do what they asked me to do to the best of my ability. I was like, wow. He can sound like a mature individual. But we'll see. We'll see. All right. Houston at Indianapolis. Tio, you took Indy.
Yep.
I love Indy. I took Houston because their defense. Frankie, why did you take Houston?
Because of their defense. Their defense is absolutely crazy right now, and they're playing pretty good ball, and the defense, is going to help them big time, and they had a good game. I mean, I'm not surprised that they won that game, and
I hate you people. Making me defend Danny Dimes right now. This is terrible.
Man.
Oh, deep breath. Here we go. Healthy Danny Dimes, Indianapolis wins that game. The threat of him running around is completely gone, which makes him not a good quarterback, which makes the Indianapolis Colts beatable on any given Sunday.
Well, yeah, to me, you got 2 players there. You got Daniel Jones, and then you got Danny Dimes.
Okay.
And when he's not at full health like that, he's going to be closer to Daniel Jones than he is Danny Dimes. That's just the way it goes. All right, New Orleans at Miami. We all picked Miami. Stinker. 4-point game.
Sweet game, though. That was cool at the end where they were about to kick that extra point. It got blocked or whatever, and then the Dolphins ran it back for 2 for that 3 or 4 point swing at the end. That was neat. I don't often see that.
I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I was.
I know nothing about this game.
The game was like 1 point away, and then I turned, and then it's like 3-4 points, and I was like, "How the heck did that happen?" And I watched. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, like when all the games are on, got to make choices, right? And
that's not a choice you want to make.
That's a game I just choose to not watch.
Just watch Red Zone.
I understand that.
I mean, even then, whatever. Then you got Atlanta at the Jets. You guys both took Atlanta. I took the Jets. I was not confident. Somehow, pulled off a
Yeah.
3-point win.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything to say about this.
Yeah.
No.
Moving on. Moving on.
Tyrod Taylor making the Jets offense look a little better. Yippee doo.
Yippee do. All right. And then you got Tampa Bay hosting Arizona. Tio, why in Tampa? Why did you? I'm curious. Why did you take Arizona?
Because I'm a fool. Because Bucky's back. And if I wouldn't, I shouldn't have took Arizona. Dumb pick by me.
Does anybody else here think Tio is stupid? Drop a comment.
Oh, I was like, I mean,
Just a dumb pick by me.
Stupid.
it's all right. We all do it. Not to that degree, but fair enough.
Jacoby Brisket.
Oh, that made me hungry. All
Yeah,
right,
definitely.
Jacksonville at Tennessee. We all took Jacksonville 25-3. Honestly, I think Tennessee is the worst team in the NFL again.
They should just change their field back to real grass.
They should just hire Mike Tomlin.
There you go. He's got a young quarterback there.
There you go. He can
Right?
groom them.
Can screw him up.
All right. Minnesota at Seattle. Dude, look,
They suck.
I took it in the chops from Seahawk fans all week because I said the Seahawks are boring. This was fucking boring, dude. I'll say it again, dude. I love winning, and it was 26-0. I love the shutout. Our defense is lights out. It's so great. Boring.
It's good for you, though. You need a boring win. Boring wins are good.
We had like 6 boring wins. And I'm
Sweet.
like,
No injuries. You get out of the game with a W. That's all that matters.
I mean, you're not wrong. TL, you said it was going to be 35-15. That's a little bit excessive. Frankie and I talked later in the week, and he said the Seattle was going to struggle.
Struggle.
That did not happen.
No one struggles against Minnesota. Minnesota struggles against itself.
That did not happen. We did talk about JSN, who only had 2 catches for like 30 yards.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there goes that
We can
2,000-yard season.
I'm like, this is why I don't talk about great performances by Seahawks, because the minute I do, all chances of the record are now
Down the
out the
tubes.
window. This is like literally the worst game he's had all year.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Cooper Kupp had more receptions.
he did.
Good old Cooper.
All right, then you have Las Vegas at the Chargers. We all picked the Chargers. We're not surprised at all.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part of this game was in the press conference. They asked Geno Smith. They said, when things go wrong and it's your fault, you always take the blame. When it's someone else's fault, you always take the blame. And he said something along the lines of, if your kid messes up at school, blame me. If your car breaks down on the way to work, blame me. He's cuckoo. Go ahead, Frankie.
Well, I will say this in defense of Geno Smith. When you have the highest paid offensive coordinator in the league who's calling plays that aren't even in the playbook and getting fired for doing that, did Geno Smith actually have a fair shot at playing some good football this year? So I will defend him that much. Do I think he's an amazing quarterback? He's old. But in all fairness, I think Chip Kelly, who's always been kind of an asshat when it comes to the NFL, kind of really screwed that offense up. That's all I'm going to say about
Yeah,
that.
no, thank you for bringing that up because we did not mention that Chip Kelly has been relieved of his duties. So, based on what you're saying, they should get better moving forward.
Hopefully.
I doubt
For
it.
them.
All right.
Jesus, I mean,
Chargers win 31-14. All right. Now you got Buffalo at Pittsburgh. Not even a contest, really. You guys watched it. I did not. I just saw the headline of the punch in the stomach or knee in the stomach, whatever. Any comments on this game?
They ran the same play 29 times.
That's
Who
awesome.
did?
Yeah, and it worked. I
The
think
Bills.
the Bills showed up. They played a good game, a good solid game, and our replacement tackles, our right tackle, left tackle, they actually did a really good job helping. So
You know what's funny? Because fans will be like, "Oh, that play worked. Why don't you run it?" This guy ran the same play 26 times, and fans here are saying, "Oh, he doesn't know how to call plays." What do you want? If the play's working, keep calling it. I don't care. Call it.
I agree.
J.J. Watt is crying over there about calling the same
TJ.
play. Then stop it. T.J., J.J., I don't care which one. He couldn't stop anything. He's going against two backup players. He didn't even get one, not even a hurry.
Got to do what works, right?
Yep.
Do what works. Just keep doing it. I'm all good with the first down screen pass 4 yards, running with James Cook 3, and then push the next 2 till you go to the Super Bowl.
So you're going to the Super Bowl?
You heard it here, folks.
If KC gets knocked out, when that eliminated, when that little E is next to KC, I'll put the Bills up in there.
Jesus Christ.
Till that day happens. No,
You-
National
you
Fixed
just- why
League
don't
is
you
in
just
my head.
become, Just become a Kansas City fan already. Just knock your background down.
Just
Put
I'm
a
a
big
fan of
picture
football.
of Pat Mahomes with his spirit fingers and call it a day.
I don't get the appeal of Kansas City.
See ya.
Honestly, I don't get it.
I don't have an appeal with them. The NFL does. The league does. The league loves
Then why
them,
are they doing so poorly this year?
so people can count them out.
Well, the
and then
Bills
they
are
can
going to
make
win
the
this year.
ultimate comeback.
It's in there.
So now we're going to start seeing the calls go in the Chiefs' favor so that they can get into the playoffs.
I believe they've been calling them, and they still haven't been winning, which is very. That's why this year is so debacling to me, because they have been getting calls. You see in the first quarter of that one game, 13 flags. You're like, oh well, here we go. Dallas ain't beating them, but then Dallas beats them. I'm completely befuddled on what's going on. That's not even a word.
Neither is debacling, but whatever. We'll let it slide because it's.
What strain did you smoke before today's show, Tio?
Yeah, guys,
They're
this
all the
is
same
This
these
is
days. They're all the same.
this is not Todd, but retod.
There you go. Don't read too far into it.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry for those of you that are PC out there. I'm not
Poor people
one
out
of
there.
those people. Anyway, Denver at Washington, Sunday Night Football. Really close game, actually.
Yeah.
Mariota almost pulled it off. He played, with the exception of like one play, he played a perfect game. It still wasn't enough to get past Denver.
Nope.
Anything else on that one?
No, it was expected.
It was a good game. A fun game to watch.
Yep. Sean Payton's an abusive coach, but he wins.
I would love to talk to him. I had a dream that I interviewed him.
That's sort of weird.
And it was like, what can I ask you about? He's like, he just shook his head. Like, don't do it. And I'm like, no. I'm not going to talk about, Spygate or Targetgate or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever that shit was.
And he knew nothing about. Sure. Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Scumbag.
But, legendary coach. Just
Mhm.
legendary. All right. Monday Night Football. Who shut it off?
Yeah.
I shut it off.
I shut it off after it was like 21-0, I think it was, or something, or 14.
Giants at New England. I mean, Jackson Dart got lit up.
What a bunch of bow-tards to put that guy back in.
He got lit up. The moment I see that after 4 concussions, am I probably saying, okay,
Yeah, get out of the game.
I've seen enough. We'll see.
That was a
prob-
great hit, though. He got
There's
laid
probably been
out.
there's literally probably been 355 people that have gone into his ear and said, "Go out of bounds," slide, and this guy just running up sideline like I always do. I can't change. You're
Here's
going
my
to be
problem.
forced to change.
Here's my problem with that whole thing. Look, if you're going to stay in bounds, initiate the contact. Don't react. Don't just look this way and then get absolutely blasted.
Yeah.
Look and initiate the contact yourself.
Yes. Normally, at this point, with a quarterback like this, and the argument is, let's see what we have. You already know. You already know what you have. Protect him till next year, and start over.
Scared of poop and all.
Yeah, he's going to be great. he's going to be probably the best quarterback of this draft. So,
It's probably going
all
to be
right.
another Anthony Richardson and about 2 more hits.
Oh man,
He's gonna be tired.
look. I'm not a Giants fan, but I want those players to be on the field together because I think that's fun to watch.
Yeah, they love each other, those two.
So we'll see what happens. That wraps up week 13, guys. Now we're into the thick of it.
Let's get dirty.
We got about 25 minutes to talk about week 14. We'll get through it together. T.O., you got Dallas going into Detroit.
Son of a bitch.
On Thursday night. That's tomorrow. What? Tell me some stuff.
I'm going to tell you, I hate Thursday night football, but I'm going with the Dallas Cowboys to tighten it up. Tighten it up in there.
All right. Dallas Cowboys to tighten it up. Not sure what that means, but I'm not going to ask you because I don't think you know either. All right, Frankie. Detroit hosts Dallas. Who you got?
This week sucks.
Remember you
Well,
laughed at me when I said they were a Super Bowl
Now he's
Yeah.
breathing heavy.
contender.
You got Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's gonna
That's
probably
not
be
how you
out.
say it.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Is he on the same team as Charles Barkley?
Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra ramen noodles.
Say Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Okay.
I'm. God damn it! I'm gonna take Detroit at home. I'm just
Good
gonna do
idea.
it.
Good idea. Dame's tried to talk you out of that one.
I'm doing it.
You know what really makes me mad?
No.
I wanted him to pick Dallas because I'm going to pick Dallas.
Yeah.
And now, if we're both wrong and he's right, we're never going to hear the end of it.
Well, at least for 2 days. till
But I
all the
have
other
to. I have
picks-
to stand by what I said, guys. I made a huge proclamation at the front part of this show, saying Dallas was my top 3 Super Bowl contenders. That's wild.
Wow.
But I also need to have my ass back. So if the Dallas fans that have been up my ass the last 2 weeks could file out, single file preferably, I would appreciate it. I fucking picked you as a top 3 Super Bowl contender, and I'm picking you to beat Detroit in Detroit. So please exit my ass. All right.
Sort of.
Seattle at Atlanta. Guys, you know I got to pick my boys.
Bijan.
I'm really mad because when this game was on the schedule, I was like, man, I know Michael Penix Jr. wanted to play in Seattle. We didn't draft him because he wasn't there. He wasn't available when we picked a quarterback. We did pick a quarterback. We picked Jalen Milroe that draft, if you recall. No, we didn't. No, I'm thinking of the wrong year. Anyway, long story short, Penix is not playing in this game. That upsets me, but I'm going to pick Seattle just because I don't believe in Kirk Cousins at all. And I like Seattle as a road team. Go ahead, Frankie. Who you got?
Seattle.
Is that all you want to say about that?
Yeah, Seattle.
All right,
The better team.
Forrest.
Ooh, this game's scary. You know why?
No.
Over
Why?
75% of the bets are going on Seattle. Do you know what that means in the NFL? Drake London's back. Bijan. I'll take Seattle.
Wow, thanks for the big build-up,
But remember what I said.
you jackass. All right, I'm staying with UTO. We're going to talk about Pittsburgh and Baltimore.
Yep.
Now, remember what we got coming up. We got Cincinnati, who's on the cusp.
Yep.
These two teams, man, it's good football. It's good writing, NFL. Nice schedule maker. Go ahead, Tio. Who you got in this game?
Baltimore.
Why is that?
I don't even know. I don't know. My gut is telling me Baltimore's going to win this game. and I don't even believe it.
Your gut?
No, you know why? Because Pittsburgh's they're on the downfall. Pittsburgh's
Your
on the
gut?
downfall. That's
your
the reason.
gut tells you this?
My gut's telling me Baltimore's going to win this game.
Let me remind you
Pittsburgh's
that,
going to continue to fall.
let me remind you something about your gut. Your gut tells you that you have to poop every time we do this show, and then you never do, and you always regret it. Like right now, I can see you're clenching.
So you're telling me my gut's a liar. See, that's what leads me to not believe my gut.
All right. So your gut says Pittsburgh, but you're going to take Baltimore.
I'm taking Baltimore, yeah. Pittsburgh. See, but they're talking. Yeah, Baltimore.
All right. I'm sorry that for the folks at home that now are aware of Tio's poop schedule, but it's good TV, I guess. Frankie, go ahead. What do you got?
Baltimore. They're at home. It's a divisional game. Pittsburgh, Aaron Rodgers is beat up. Mason Rudolph's not going to go into Baltimore, and it seems like Baltimore always has a good defense against Pittsburgh. So I
Is
just
Aaron
take
Rodgers
Baltimore.
playing or no?
Probably. Yeah, probably.
I don't know.
Who knows?
TJ Watt didn't get any, or whatever Watt didn't get any pressures. He's probably going to go and freaking berserk this week.
Who did I saw that Pittsburgh signed a wide receiver
Yeah.
this week.
Yep.
You guys aware that Adam Thielen is
Thielen.
now a weapon for
Oh.
Aaron Rodgers?
Hooked on a
Yeah.
Thielen.
So I'm going to take Pittsburgh just to go against the two of you jackwads.
Yeah. Sure.
And I also look at the theme of Pittsburgh, like every third game, they go nuts,
Mm-hmm.
and then they suck again for 2 games, and then they go nuts. This is in that window,
Yeah, it is.
and they need it. They need it. In Baltimore, I'm not. They lost to Cincinnati, so I'm not. Whatever.
Yeah.
Let's roll the dice. Here we go. Tennessee at Cleveland. This dude, I know we're laughing at this game because of the win totals. This is a good matchup. You got Shador Sanders against Cam Ward. It's fun. It's just a fun game. It doesn't matter in the scheme of things. It maybe matters as far as draft picks go, but neither one of these quarterbacks wants to lose this game, and they're going to be playing their nuts off to try and beat the other guy. It's in Cleveland. Cleveland has the better defense.
Yep.
I'm taking Cleveland. Go ahead, Frankie.
I'm taking Cleveland.
Cleveland.
That was easy.
You know what's funny? I remember last week, and Theo, you didn't even let me get there. You picked Cleveland before I had a chance. But last week, for the Philly and Chicago game, I said, I know that you have a ball sack, but I was like, it's time to see if you have any balls in that sack. And I gave you the chance to take the Bears over the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
And you said no. I was going to offer you that same opportunity to take Tennessee over Cleveland. And you didn't give me the chance.
Could happen, but I don't think so.
All right. I'm not gonna force you into it, but
Lock it in.
this is a game, guys. This is a really good game. I don't know why I sound like Chris Collinsworth there. This is a really good game. Indianapolis at Jacksonville. Okay, Frankie, that means you want to go first.
I'll
Who you
take
got?
Jacksonville at home. I'm going to take Locks of Love. I think Danny Dimes is starting to shit the sheets. If anybody out there disagrees or wants to pick games with us, drop them in the comments. I'll make fun of you.
Yeah. He'll make fun of you. Keep in mind that he thought he was 13-3, only to find out that he was 10-6.
I miscounted.
And I'm like, how do you miscount that bad? Like, seriously, that's treacherous. Tio, who do you want in this game, and then who are you picking? They're both 8-4.
Who did Frankie take?
Frankie took Jacksonville.
That's who I'm taking too. I hate Danny Dimes.
You going
guys
to do
are
it,
making
James?
this- You're making this too easy. I'll take the Colts. Fuck it.
Okay.
Fuck it. And fuck you.
Jeez.
He's still hurt.
Yeah.
He's-
That's
yeah,
the problem.
Yeah, but
All right. You know.
it's Jacksonville.
Ah.
Ain't no one scared of Jacksonville. I can't believe both those teams are 8-4. That I can't wrap my mind around that, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, Washington at Minnesota. I'm taking Washington. I don't care. I think Jaden Daniels will play in this game. But even if he doesn't, there's no one that Minnesota can put on the quarterback position that makes me confident that they will beat anybody for the rest of the year. Go ahead, Frankie.
Washington it is for me.
Oh, all right. T.O. is going to take Washington.
I kind of want to take Indy, though. But give me
You want to
Washington.
take Indy in this game?
No, in that other one. Over
Well, you
Jacksonville.
can make your change, but tell me
Change
why
it
you're
up.
switching. Tell me why you're switching.
Stupid Jonathan Taylor.
Oh man, I really hate. Now I really hate you because anytime that I'm like Jonathan Taylor's good, you're like, and now he's the reason you're switching.
Yeah, because you just told me that no one's afraid of Jacksonville, and you're right.
You're
So
a
this
sack
is the
of
game
shit.
that he plays good.
You're a sack of shit, sir.
But when he
I
plays
made your- I
against
made your
KC,
switch.
he gets
I made-
43 yards.
I made your switch. All right,
Thanks.
Frankie. Tell me why you're picking Washington over Minnesota.
Well, Dames, to everybody out there listening, Washington will beat Minnesota because Minnesota is just horrific. Jaden Daniels, I do not believe is playing. They're saying he has a chance of playing, but he's got dislocated elbow. So I either Mariota or him. I just think that they're going to make a point this week. I like Washington.
All right, Miami at the Jets.
Oh, wait. Who did you pick, Dames?
I'll take Miami.
No, with Washington, Minnesota.
I told you,
Took Washington. He was first.
Oh, yeah.
Give me Miami.
All right,
Lot of
Frankie,
big
hold on.
8chan
Listen.
going nuts.
Frankie, I actually am not sure whether you have a ball sack or not. I will assume that maybe you do.
I do.
Mangina.
I would imagine it hangs really low, and there's not a lot of give.
Not
There's
during
not. There's
10
like a
degree
lot
weather.
of. There's like a lot of give to it, swinging to and fro. But what's in there? Are you man enough to take the Jets over
No.
the Dolphins?
No.
No, you like Tyrod.
It doesn't mean I think he's good.
Let me
better.
remind you, the Jets just put down Atlanta, and you would definitely pick Atlanta over Miami. I know you.
I'm taking Miami. Who are you taking?
Well, I already told you. God. Earth to Frankie. We're live.
Keep asking.
All right. This is the I don't give a shit bowl.
Phew.
Who are you taking?
New Orleans at Tampa. I'm never picking New Orleans to win anything ever again. So
Nope.
I will, in fact, take Tampa. T.O.
I'm taking Tampa, but I would take New Orleans again if, like, the city burned down again and the NFL wanted to save them.
Oh, man. Is that a conspiracy theory?
Oh, for sure. They were terrible, dude. Come on. All of a sudden, resurrected.
All right, Frankie.
NFHell.
Who you
Tampa
got?
Bay. Tampa Bay. They got Bucky Irvin back. They got Godwin back. And Baker Mayfield's happy. And they're at home.
All right, this next one, huge implications here. Huge. Buffalo needs this game. Cincinnati doesn't really need this game. And I have to ask myself what that does for pressure leading up to the game. I think it's much harder to win a game when you have to, as opposed to when it would just be cool to. We already know Joe Burrow is an assassin. We know Josh Allen is one of the greatest athletes in today's game. So they're about to go head to head. I'm going to go last on this one. So I'll let T.O. tell me why he thinks Buffalo is going to put Joe Burrow down. Go ahead, buddy.
Give me the. I don't know. I guess I have to take the Bills.
You're going to the game.
I am. I'll be at this game.
Why?
Half Bills, half Bengals jersey. No, I'm kidding. I'll be in all Buffalo Bills gear. I'm going to take the Bills. Why does it scare
I'm
me?
honestly surprised you're not wearing a Patrick Mahomes jersey.
Do you want to know why it scares me? It's because Joe Burrow beats us every time.
I know.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Bills because I'm a Bills fan, but go ahead and take Cincinnati and get one up on me.
Frankie, are you going to take him up on it?
I'm taking the Bills.
Homer.
We need the game, and I think our defense found a little bit of a spark last week, and I loved how Joey Bosa planted Aaron Rodgers into the field and got the strip sack. Was great. I think the Bills show up this week. We're at home after a really big win, and I like our chances. Joe Burrow might even hurt his toe again.
Joey Bosa's injured. He made a tackle, and now he's injured.
Yeah, surprised you didn't know that.
Yeah, big nose
okay.
Bosa out.
But here's the deal, guys. Joe Burrow ain't no Aaron Rodgers. Okay?
Yep.
I should say the other way around. Aaron Rodgers ain't no Joe Burrow. All right?
Are we playing semantics here?
At the beginning of the season, told you that if I could start my team with one player, it would be Joe Burrow.
All right, so
When he's healthy and protected, he's an assassin, dude. You cannot deny it. Here's the thing. You guys both took Buffalo. I am inclined to think that Buffalo is going to win this game. And I'm saying that on live television right now. But I'm picking Cincinnati just to go against the two of you.
You're a weird dude.
Yeah, I'm weird. Okay, sure.
I'm hoping for wind. 25 mile an hour. Let's go.
Doink.
Oh, yeah, the Magnets will be in full force.
Well, Joe Burrow won't be throwing, and then we can just run with Cook and that all day. We should pull out of there okay then.
All right. We got Denver at Las Vegas. I'm taking Denver because the Raiders are the worst team in that division. Frankie.
Denver.
T.O., are we all in agreement here?
Yeah, give me Bo Nix. All he does is win.
Now, I will say this. If the Raiders pull this game out somehow, that is a bigger upset than Carolina beating the Rams by far.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Another incredible game, guys. You got Chicago at Green Bay. This may decide the division. I'm going to let T.O. pick first.
The Green Bay Packs.
All right, Frankie.
I'm going to take the Packers. They have a nice, warm, heated field.
Do you have any analysis behind it other than a warm field?
They're just they're a good team at home, and I think Chicago's going to just have an off week.
No one's going to mention Micah Parsons here.
He's a beast. Everybody knows that.
And facing Caleb Williams.
Oh, he's going to play him a couple times.
Here's the thing, guys. This is another game where I'm going to pick just to be opposite you because I really can't say one over the other. Chicago, I've been underestimating them all season. They're 8-4. Actually, are they better than that?
Go with your gut.
You already did.
If I went with my gut, I would have left this show about 25 minutes ago because I'm starving.
Your gut's been telling you all year long. All year long, that's Chicago's pretenders.
They're 9-3, you guys.
Best 9-3 pretending team we see.
Maybe. You're not necessarily wrong. I'm going to take Chicago because here's the thing: if they're going to change the narrative in this division, and we come back here next week and they've beaten the Packers, there's no way you can't have them on your Super Bowl radar. There's just no way. You won't be able to deny it at that point. just based on the teams that they've beaten. So I got Chicago in Lambeau. All right. The Rams at Arizona. This is another trap game to me. I'm still picking the Rams because I just don't see them losing 2 in a row. Frankie?
Rams.
Rams bounce back.
T.O., you picked the Arizona last week. You sure you don't want to double down?
No, I don't want to double down.
All right. I will say this, guys, because if it happens, I want people to know that I believe that Arizona could win this game. They honestly could. They're a weird team that just underperforms week to week. They've got some dogs on that team, and they could win any game, but they're not going to win this game.
Wow, 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 yippee-yo, yippee-yay.
But if they do, I'll come back next week and I'll say, see, guys, I told you there's a little bit of swagger in this team. We got 2 games left, guys. We got Houston at Kansas City on Sunday Night Football. That means it's the only game on in its time slot. We can absolutely focus on it. T.O., you are a Kansas City Chiefs fan.
Give
Go
me
ahead.
the Kansas City Chiefs because defense can't do it all. And you just got a serviceable quarterback over there in Houston, and Kansas City's reeling.
And I gotta just win every game.
CJ's back now, ain't he?
Who
Yep.
cares? They're the same.
Wow.
Serviceable.
You know what, Frankie? I'm taking the fucking Houston Texans
put
to
the
put
nail
Kansas
in the
City
coffin.
in the grave. They're in the grave. And now I come to you, sir, and I ask you, Franklin Delano J.
Dumbass.
Matthews. I just doxed the shit out of you. What do you say here? Are you with me or are you with T.O.? I know you want to be with me.
I'm not taking Kansas City. They can lose at home. It's been proven. I'm taking
Yes.
Houston. I think their defense is going to give Pat Mahomes. I think they're going to give Kelsey. And I think their defense is nasty.
Yeah.
Their defense is nasty. They need this game. I think the nail's in the coffin this week. Sorry, Kansas City fans. Your team is not as good as you thought they were. And it's over. It's the end of the road, boys to men style.
I just
All
got
right.
a flashback.
I appreciate you joining the dark side with me, but now I'm kind of pissed at you because if we're both wrong and he's right, again, look at his stupid face. We're gonna
Just got a
fucking
flashback. This just happened a few weeks ago when you guys took Indy over this team.
Shut your
Same
mouth.
position.
All right, guys.
This is the same
Philadelphia at the Chargers. Monday Night Football. Who you got? T.O.
Philly.
Frankie?
Chargers.
Why?
Yeah, I just think that Philly's not going to win this game.
All right. Then that opens the door for the Cowboys, don't you
They
think?
do it. Yep.
It could, but it doesn't
See,
mean they're
you
going
laugh
there.
at me when I make but everything you've chosen since I made that remark leads to the
Opens it up.
Cowboys one-upping Philly. And
Let's
you're,
just see what happens.
you're a child, sir. You
Let's
are
see
a
what
child.
happens.
You're a child, sir.
I'm
You
not the man.
are a child.
Well, we
All
got
right.
a man-child and a child, and you.
I'm taking the Chargers. And
Good pick.
here's the thing. We got bye week for Carolina, bye week for New England, bye week for the Giants, and the San Francisco 49ers. That is the show. Guys, T.O., have fun with your little recital. Frankie, thank you to everybody that's watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Pass this on everywhere that you can. Watch for clips. Like, share those clips. It really helps us out. Frankie, tell them about the show later on tonight, and then we'll be done.
Yep, definitely, everybody. Be back here, same place at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where Dames, T.O., and I are going to talk football in a different way. It's going to be a great show. I can't wait to be on again live in a couple hours. So everybody get your popcorn ready, get your coffee ready, go smoke some weed, do whatever you do, and we'll see you back here at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, folks. Anything else from anybody? Yep.
This was a Lock 22 production.
Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.